Hello everyone, it's Davide here and welcome back to Learning Finance. So in today's video I will try to address the question that is how to make money in the stock market as fast as possible, okay? So leave me a like if you find this video interesting and subscribe to the channel. And let's begin. Alright guys, so with this lockdown situation all around the world, I noticed one thing, and the number of people interested in the stock market increased, okay, a lot. And this is positive, okay, because of course had more time to stay at home and to think about something that probably we like or we want or we would like to do, okay, away from our jobs. And that is a smart move, okay? It's smart for the human being to learn new things, to start to be interested in new topics, okay? So, with that said, I think we can all agree on one thing, okay? Everyone that is interested in the stock market basically at the end of the day is interested in one thing: to make more money as possible, as much as possible, and in the quickest and fast way, okay, in the quickest amount of time possible. And I think that we can all agree on that. Now, what are the approaches to the stock market, okay? Because there are two main approaches: short-term trading and long-term investing, okay? Two main approaches. Which one is the best? Well, I'm not here to tell you because it depends on the kind of person you are. It depends on what you want and depends on the time you want to put in, okay? I'm not one of those guys that they say, well, long term only because short term is not right, speculative is not okay. I know some kind of guys that they make a lot of money in the short term trading, okay? So I'm not here to tell you which one is the best. It depends on your personality. But we are going through those two main approaches and you are going to realize that each one of those two require one important thing: a strategy. To make money in the stock market, you need one precise and well defined strategy, okay? And that's it. Short term trading, okay? This is probably what the most speculative side of the stock market. Basically, what those guys they do, they don't care much about long term fundamentals. They go to some kind of stock. They are looking for volatility and price actions, okay? So what they do, they go in the market and they try to find hot stocks, like for example can be, I don't know, Tesla. Tesla of course is a hot stock, okay? Look at what kind of movements they make, okay? And with technical analysis, they try to catch those moves, okay, short term. That's what they do. They time the market short term. There are day traders. There are people that they buy and sell stocks inside 1 week, or those are the time frames, okay, one like 15 days at max. And you try to catch those big, huge movements. That's what it is. For those guys, it's very important to check for volumes and to check for volatility, and they have a lot of strategies, okay? It depends on their way to trade and to select a trade, okay? With technical analysis, you see supports, resistance, trends, trends following, moving averages, patterns, all those kind of things. And they have a well-defined money management, and basically it's like being a computer, okay? You want to open a position when something precise happens in the price of a stock. For example, when it breaks a resistance or when it breaks a support, or when the volumes connected to it is very high, higher than a certain level, so that you can say, okay, I'm pretty confident that this move is not a fake, okay? Because look at the volumes, they are pushing the price in that directions and all those kind of things. It is very fascinating, but it is probably one of the most difficult and complicated activities that you can do in the stock market. It requires a lot of discipline, okay? And you have to think, like most of the times, like an algorithm, okay, like a computer machine. You have to cut losses once you're wrong. You don't have to wait too much. You have to always manage your money in a very mathematical way, okay? This is the only way to make money in that thing. And I know, guys, but this is a full-time job. This is something that requires a lot of experience, a lot of disciplines, and you need to know exactly what you are doing, why you are doing it, and what are your limits, when you have to open positions, when you have to cut positions, when to take profits. You need to know all the orders. You need to know the better moment to invest in the stock market. At the beginning of the day, uh, probably Fridays and Mondays are the most volatile days. You need to know all those things, okay? It's not something easy. It's, of course, as always, you need to be prepared for it, okay? On the other side, we have investing. Investing looks the long term, okay? Now, of course, this is probably with investing. You don't need to pass the entire days, 5 days a week in front of a screen, okay? Like a day trader or traders. But investing it's easy. No, investing it's not easy. As previously, even in this case, in investing, you need to have a strategy. Now, what is the strategy in investing? The strategy in investing is to analyze stocks with fundamental analysis. Okay, so you analyze the industries, you analyze the stocks itself, competitors, you try to predict which one is the best, if the growth of the industry, the growth of the stocks, the balance sheet. You see if the company is solid or not, the financial distress risks, and all those kind of things. You do valuations, you try to predict future earnings, all those things. And at the end of the day, you take a decision to invest in a company for a long-term view. Okay, so not from today to tomorrow, not from today to 1 week, but for the long-term view. Okay, and once you pick up the good business, well, overall, in the long term, that should make you money. You are looking for growth. You are looking to compound your profits every year, okay, in the market. And this is the very meaning of investing, okay? But as always, it's another side of the stock market, okay? So there are traders and there are investors. But what's common is that in both cases, you need to be prepared and you need to have a very precise strategy to follow, okay? You need to operate with a plan and you have to understand what that plan is and follow it, okay? So you need to know stuff. The stock market, it's not a random activity. So how do you make money fast? Well, simple as that. You need to have a strategy and you need to follow your plans. You have to decide whether you want to be an investor or a trader. Which one is the best? I'm not here to tell you because depending on the individual, they make a lot of money by investing or by trading. But in both cases, there is a strategy. And those people, they are prepared, they have studied, they know what they are doing, they made mistakes and they learned from them, okay? So why I'm telling you that? Because I know that there are a lot of new people, as I told you before, interested in the stock market. And as always, when you start to do something, there are some things that you don't understand, okay? And I made mistakes too, as everyone, okay? If you find someone that say, oh, I never lost money in the stock market, don't believe him, okay? He's just probably a very big liar. Everyone, especially in the beginning, lose money, okay? This is something, but you have to learn from your mistakes. And what usually happens when you start is that you don't have a strategy. You don't know exactly what to do, okay? You would like to make money fast, so what do? You are just betting, okay? Because I see what those guys they are doing. I see from the comments. I remember one guy, all due respect from him, but I think this is very important to understand the logic behind. Okay, it was like, oh, I bought CCL back in April. The price dropped, so I sold it because I was scared. And right now, because this was like around 3 weeks ago when the stocks just pumped like crazy, okay, 67%. And it was like, oh, so do you think I should buy back now at those prices? And so this is like crazy. I mean, you bought at 11, you sold at 7 because you were scared, 8, you took a huge loss, and now that the price is at 18 you want to buy back again something that you sold. This is random, okay? Why you want to do that? This is clearly a typical example of someone new to the stock market, that he doesn't know what to do, he doesn't know why he's doing that, and he's actually following the herd mentality on internet. Okay, he goes online, probably that's what the typical new investors do. He doesn't know what to do. He goes online and he checks for all those kind of videos. Okay, we all know them with the kind of fancy thumbnails and the funny faces, like we open mouth, like everyone is like surprised, looks surprised in the thumbnails. Okay, and they say, oh, I'm making a lot of money with this stock. Okay, so what those guys are saying, well, I want to make the same, I want to make money too. So the day after, when the market opened, they go in the stock and they buy something, and they don't know for how long, they don't know why, they don't know what they are buying, they don't know if the company is profitable, they don't know any about they don't know if they are a trader or an investor. They have no idea about technical analysis, they have no idea about fundamentals analysis, they have no idea about money management. So guess what, this is what it is: gambling. Okay, pure and simple gambling, random gambling. It's like you go to casino and you say, well, you know what, put $100 in the green. Okay, that's it, that's what it is. You don't know why you're doing it, but you just do it because you like to gamble. So how to make money? The first way to make money in the stock market is to not lose money. That's it. That's the first rule. And how do you achieve that? Well, do you achieve that in a simple way? You have to be prepared. You need to know what you are doing. You need to decide. I want to be a long term, I want to be a short term. You need to read books, you need to do experience. And if you do mistakes, you need to learn from those things. But you don't need to panic, and you don't need to follow the herding behavior of everyone. Okay, like everyone is buying things, so I'm gonna buy it too. And the answer is, why you are buying those things? But I don't know, guys. Everyone is doing it, I want to do it too, because otherwise I'm missing out. Guys, believe me, this is not the way to make money. Okay, and it's like running in the street with blind eyes, closed eye. You try to put something in front of your eyes and run in the street as fast as you can. What is gonna happen? You're gonna be lucky once, you're gonna be lucky twice, but someday you're gonna hit somewhere very, very badly. Okay, and that's what happened when you approach the stock market without a clue on what you are doing. Okay, so that's it, guys. Don't trust all of those people that they say you can make money fast and it's easy. Okay, it requires a lot of experience, a lot of studies behind it, and a very great and precise strategy and discipline. Okay, whatever you want to do, investing or trading. So please don't do random stuff. You can hurt yourself very badly. Okay, always be prepared and know what you are doing. All right, so I hope you find this video interesting, and leave me a like and leave me a comment below. Tell me which one do you prefer. Okay, long term, short term. Subscribe to the channel and have a wonderful day.